Welcome to the channel English Study Stories. Today we have another emotional life story in simple English to help you learn and practice listening. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's start the story. My mother never knew the truth. My name is Michael Reed. I am 32 years old. I live in a small apartment in Chicago. I work as a computer technician in a repair shop. My life today looks simple. But my past is not simple at all. There is a secret that I have carried for many years. A secret my mother never knew. Before everything happened, I grew up in a poor neighborhood. It was just me and my mother. My father left when I was only 3. My mother worked 2 jobs to feed us. She cleaned houses in the morning. She worked in a bakery at night. She always came home tired, but she never complained. She always told me, "Michael, study hard. I don't want you to live the life I live." I loved my mother more than anything, but in school, things were not easy. I was smart, but we had no money. Many students laughed at my clothes, my shoes, my old backpack. I tried to ignore them, but it hurt. The day everything began. When I was 15, my mother got sick. She could not work for a month. Bills began to arrive. Electricity, water, medicine, rent. One night I heard her crying alone in the kitchen. I pretended I was asleep, but it broke my heart. The next day at school, I felt desperate. I wanted to help, but I was too young to get a job. When I left school that day, something happened. One older boy from my street came to me. His name was Josh. Everyone knew he was involved in bad things. He said, "Michael, I know your situation. If you want, I can give you a way to make some fast money." I should have walked away, but I didn't. I was afraid of losing our home. I was afraid of seeing my mother cry again. So I said yes. A hidden life begins. Josh gave me tasks. At first, they were small. Carrying envelopes, delivering small packages. Nothing violent, but illegal. The money was good, very good, too good for a boy my age. I started paying the bills at home. My mother was surprised and proud. I told her I got extra work after school. She believed me. She never imagined her son was involved in crime. She smiled again. And that smile made everything harder. I kept working. Weeks passed. Months passed. Then Josh said he had something bigger for me. He wanted me to deliver a large package across the city. It was risky, but the money was enough to pay rent for 2 months. I said yes again. The night that changed my life. It was cold. I was nervous. I got on the bus and sat near the window. The package was in my backpack. My hands were shaking. At the next stop, something happened. 3 police officers entered the bus. They looked serious. They walked directly to me. One officer said, "Stand up. We need to check your bag." My heart stopped. I tried to act normal, but they already knew. Someone had informed them. They opened my backpack. They found the package. I was arrested right there, on a public bus, in front of everyone. The hardest moment. At the police station, they asked questions. "Who gave you the package? Who do you work for?" I said nothing. The police said I could go to juvenile jail for years. But I had one thought. My mother. My mother would be destroyed. She already suffered too much. I could not do that to her. A lawyer arrived. He was sent by Josh's people. He told the police I was a minor. He said I had no criminal record. He convinced them to release me if I promised to cooperate later. I was free, but inside, I felt trapped. A story my mother never heard. When I returned home, my mother opened the door. She looked tired, but she smiled with love and said, "Michael, you're home. Are you hungry?" I looked at her soft eyes, at the woman who had sacrificed everything for me. and I burst into tears. She got scared. "What happened?" she asked. I lied. I told her school was difficult. I told her classmates were mean. I told her I was just tired. She believed me. She hugged me. She cooked for me. She sat with me. She never knew the truth. That night, I could not sleep. I looked at the ceiling. I thought about everything. I remembered the police officer's words. I remembered the shame of being arrested. I remembered my mother crying in the kitchen months before. And I realized something. I was going to destroy the woman who gave me life. The next morning, I went to Josh. I told him I was done. He looked angry. He said, "Once you start, you don't walk away." I said, "Then do whatever you want. But I'm finished." He stared at me for a long time. Then he laughed. "You're not important enough to kill," he said. "Go be a good boy." And he let me go. I never worked for him again. I started studying harder. I got good grades. I earned a scholarship for a local college. I worked part-time in a computer store. I slowly built a clean life. A new life. My mother was proud. She always believed I succeeded because I was strong. Because I worked hard. She never knew the truth. I never told her. When I was 26, she passed away from heart disease. I held her hand in the hospital. She smiled at me and whispered, "You are a good son." I cried silently, because she never knew how close I was to becoming a criminal for life. Today I think about her often. I think about what I did. I think about what she believed. I think about the son she wanted me to be. In the end, I tried to become that man. Maybe that is enough. What would you do in my place? Would you tell your mother the truth? Tell me in the comments. And if you like this story, please like, subscribe, and share. Now, watch this video again. Pause after each sentence and repeat it aloud. This method is called shadowing. It is a training technique where you listen to a sentence, repeat it, and practice speaking. It helps improve pronunciation, listening, fluency, and confidence in English. Do this often and your English speaking will get much better.